Dylan in Morgantown, North Carolina. Hi, Dylan.
Hey. I was wanting to ask you guys how you deal with the people who are telling you to back off and just to let them believe what they want to, because I've had a lot of trouble with those people.
You've had a lot of people telling you to back off?
Yeah, and to just say, why don't you just let me believe whatever it is I want to?
The reason is because the people that believe those things want to get their way in government, and they want to get their way in law. And we've got examples in other countries of what happens when the religious powers get control of government and the law. And that needs to be fought if we don't want that to happen here.
And there's a more subtle thing too, and that is beliefs inform actions. So if you hold something that if you believe something that's not true, you can't help but act on that eventually. And those actions add up to things that are not going to be good for society or good for that individual in the long run. It's a tougher argument to make. But as far as you being told to back off, I have to ask, sort of, are you kind of an evangelical atheist, or are you going after people? Are you
No,
rubbing people's nose?
Going after people per se.
Okay,
but,
I had to ask.
Occasional argument.
So what can you give me the context of this sort of situation? Are you lacking social graces for this particular thing, or are you just being honest with how you feel and challenging people on when issues come up?
Yeah, I was just being honest with how I feel when these issues come up, and really I was just wondering how you guys deal with that. Okay, it was a matter of curiosity. And also I've got a couple other questions for you as well, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, before you get to that.
I have one more comment about your first thing. I mean, there is such a thing as being a jerk about being an atheist, right?
Of course, yeah.
Just because you think that, I mean, everybody likes to be right, because being right or thinking that you are right is a very heady experience, and it can make you feel really good about yourself. The important thing, though, is to really be right, and then even then, there's such a thing as being a jerk about it.
So, and we're not accusing you, by the way. We're just.
But that line that you could cross between just being very concerned about the difference between fact and fantasy, and the other side of the line where you're just being a jerk, is not in the place where most believers think it is. They think that line is right as soon as you open your mouth.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that's not true.
That's true.
So
yeah, by all means, use your First Amendment rights, make points, be educated, these sorts of things. Go for it. We all have different styles. Jeff has one style. I have a different style. Yeah. Everybody in the ACA has got, even all our public figures. So that's part of the reason why we have so many co-hosts on this show, is because we do have different styles and different viewpoints and these sorts of things, and yours is just as valid. So go for it.
So what else did you have there, Dylan?
Also, this was a question somebody else wanted me to ask. In your experience, what has caused a person to deconvert? As in, what's most effective? Emotional appeal, logic, etc. What do you think causes people to deconvert?
I can take this.
Yeah, go ahead.
You might want to take a look at the testimonials area of the ACA website. There's about 10 or so people who have told their story about this is how I came to atheism, and nearly all of them are certainly, of all the ones that came from somewhere, like some belief, nearly all of them said, I started having doubts, I started asking questions, and over many, many years, often something like 10 years, I came to reject it all, and I'm happy and free now. And it's a long process. It's never an epiphany thing. If we have anybody writing the show saying, "Hey, you made me an atheist," it was really because they were pretty close to being an atheist to begin with. It's a long process, and it's very much an intellectual process, I would say.
Right.
So that would be.
Well, that was all I wanted.
Okay, Dylan. Thanks for calling, man.
Thanks.
Good luck to you, sir.
All right, bye.